Hey everyone, Magpie9901 here, bringing you another Destiny 2 video. And in this video I'm going to be focusing on the PC version of Destiny 2, and there's a few reasons for this. Firstly, it's the version that I'll be playing upon release, and secondly, I don't think it really got the attention it deserved at the gameplay reveal a few days ago. I know that talking about formats wasn't really what the event was for, but I felt it should have got a bit more of the limelight due to the fact that such a big franchise is coming to the PC. They basically only mentioned the PC version towards the end of the event to announce it would be coming to Battle.net, and I feel that maybe more should have been said about it. Talking more about the PC specific format would have been a good way to allay fears over this simply being another crappy console port. Us PC gamers are a pessimistic bunch when big names come over to us and just expect them to be crap, to be fair. Although some games have bucked the trend, most recently Prey, which played better on the PC than consoles, which is a novelty these days. Anyways, I'm going to go into details of the PC version and exactly what we know regarding it so far. Details didn't all come out at once and not all from the same source, so I've tried to gather them all together for you, and hopefully I've managed to get all of the main points in this video. For the game itself, I'm going to do a separate video where I'll look at all the features of the new game and what changes have been made from the original. So let's start off with the news that came out just after the live reveal, and this was broke while all those lucky people at the event were getting hands on with the game, and this was that the PC version won't launch on the 8th of September like its console counterpart, but it will in fact launch afterwards at an unspecified date. Now, there are a million and one reasons that band around your head when you hear of a title being delayed on the PC, but David Shaw, who is the lead PC dev at Bungie, did his best to stem the tide on this one by stating that it's simply down to needing more time to make this a good PC game and to feel like a PC game and not a console port. Back in December, it was announced that Vicarious Visions would be brought in to partner with Bungie and the development of the game. Vicarious Visions is a subsidiary of Activision, so it makes sense to bring one of your in-house dev teams that have a lot more experience at PC games than Bungie do to help on the process. Bungie have said that this doesn't mean that the game was outsourced as some might believe, but was more just a way to boost the overall PC dev team. Whilst some will no doubt remain sceptical of the PC taking longer to finish than console versions, there are in reality a lot of things that need to be worked out for a PC version of a game. Console versions typically release with little to no graphical options, whereas PC versions require a whole raft of options to be available to allow the game to be playable on as many systems as possible, not to mention audio options and keyboard and mouse support with fully remappable keys. Whilst the delays aren't what we wanted to hear, there were some positives from the live reveal, and those are the following. Those that managed to get hands-on with the PC game at the show reported that it did indeed play and feel just like a game that had been built from the ground up with the PC in mind, and that it ran very smoothly at native 4K resolution in medium settings on Nvidia 1080 Ti Founders Editions, averaging 60 FPS. Whilst players using FreeSync technology should be looked after with this game, Nvidia's G-Sync was used during the live show to power the PC build, and David Shaw of Bungie said it was an exciting technology to work with, so it could be that this will be an Nvidia preferred game. By that I mean some games are basically set up to favour one GFX partner over the other, as you'll commonly notice with the splash screens on some PC games. But going back to the 1080 Ti's for a moment, let's face it, if it didn't run smoothly on those cards, then we're all doomed. And whilst we're on the subject of graphics and FPS, another bonus for the PC version is that it will feature an unlocked frame rate, whilst the console versions will still be locked to 30 FPS, and all major aspect ratios will be supported, including 21:9, all with an adjustable FOV for the cherry on the top. David Shaw wouldn't be drawn on the max and minimum specs needed to run the game at a decent level on the PC. He would only simply say that they would announce those at some point in the future, but he did say that you will by no means need the latest and greatest tech to play the game. Now, it'll be interesting to see how those options pan out when the beta goes live. This will give us, the PC gamers, the best idea of how this game is going to be for us, providing all options are present to test out in the beta. So, Destiny 2 will be coming to the PC via Battle.net and not Steam as originally thought. This was something which was announced right at the very end of the live show by a live broadcast to the audience from a dev at Blizzard. They also announced that all of the social features that come with Battle.net will work with Destiny 2 on the PC. David Shaw confirmed that whilst Battle.net would host the game, they have had no actual impact to the game itself. That's to say they aren't an official game partner. As for the anti-cheat side of things, Bungie have said that they are talking with Blizzard, and whilst they didn't say they would use their security suite exclusively, it looks like they may use some variant of it alongside their own anti-cheat measures. Of course, Blizzard is well documented for punishing cheats, locking out exploits exploits in games as soon as they arise, so any use of their security suite can only be seen as a positive move. So on to the subject of the online play, which is probably the largest part of the Destiny experience. Although this new game will launch with what has been touted as a large and engaging campaign, most on the PC will buy this game for the online play. And from the launch event and subsequent interviews, there isn't much in the way of news on this subject. David Shaw has said there won't be any dedicated servers, which is a letdown for most, and hopefully maybe something that changes in the future. Also, cross-play functionality, which is something that Microsoft have become very keen on lately, is something thus far isn't supported, and personally I don't see it as being something that will be supported, as Bungie have announced Sony as their exclusive partner for the game, meaning PS4 players will receive DLC and bonus content before those on the Xbox One and PC, but eventually all content will come to all formats. So with that deal in mind, I don't think there will be any kind of leeway for Microsoft to implement their Play Anywhere architecture on this game, but you never know. The best I can say on that score is to watch this space for further news in the future. So overall it seems as though whilst PC players are being very well looked after in the graphics department, it seems as though the online aspects are still very much in the almost concept state, as it were. But this isn't something that PC players need worry about, as a title like this, which pretty much rides on its wave of success on its online features, simply cannot come to the PC without being good online. And let's be honest, PC does online gaming better than consoles ever have and maybe ever will. And now we come to my opinion part of the video. And just to let you know, if you couldn't tell, it was a little bit wooden, that first part of the video. That's because it was scripted. It's the first kind of scripted video that I've done. I wanted to do a scripted one so that I didn't forget any of the points that have come out about Destiny 2. There's been a lot of information from various different sources, so to put it all together, I scripted the video. This bit isn't scripted. This is just going to be my opinion on what's going on. And I'm finding myself having to defend Destiny 2 to some PC players that I know, and the majority of these are people that didn't play Destiny 1, and they all know about Destiny, know what a success it's been on the consoles, but they're very skeptical about it coming to the PC. And I don't really think that Bungie did enough the other day to show people in the live event that the PC players are being well looked after. Yeah, they dropped in that it's going to be on Battle.net, which is all well and good. I've got no qualms about Battle.net. I think it's a solid launcher. They're very much on their anti-cheat ball game. The social features are good, the chat features are good, but it's always just been their games on it, so I feel like maybe Blizzard have had their arms twisted to have Destiny put on there. And there's been a lot of comments recently saying that this could be the start of Blizzard taking on a lot of Activision's PC games, because Activision own Blizzard and Blizzard have a launcher, therefore it's basically Activision's launcher. And Activision are probably the biggest publisher that doesn't have its own launcher. So Ubisoft have got one, EA have got one, everybody else just puts up with Steam. So I can see that this is probably the way things are going to go. I could see maybe the Call of Duty franchise moving over there, so that they can get maximum money out of the games, not having to pay dividends to Steam for doing it through their portal. But we'll have to see on that score. But yeah, they didn't really do enough to allay the fears of PC gamers. We're so pessimistic when it comes to games because we just expect them to be a shit console port. And I don't know, the people that were at the live event and played the PC version that they had there said that it was really good, said that it played really well, it looked graphically intensive, it looked really good. So it seems as though the actual game is there, it's just the infrastructure behind it to bring it to us doesn't seem to be up to scratch yet. That David Shaw was asked, and I think, well, it was either him or another Bungie dev was asked about the whole mechanics behind the scenes, and his answer was to go and literally ask anybody else because it wasn't his department. So does that mean you just go ask Joe Bloggs in the street that they're going to know more than him? He should have at least some grasp on what's going on with the PC side of it. And that's what makes you think that they have maybe outsourced a lot of this game to Vicarious Visions, which, not taking anything away from them because they can't be that much of a crap PC games builder because they've been around for a long time, but Destiny is a massive title to be put on for them, probably the biggest projects that they've ever worked on. So I don't know, I'm just gonna sit on the fence for a while until I've seen people get hold of proper game footage of this off the PC. And again, I want to see the beta, but everything right now, with them saying that the infrastructure isn't there right now, that makes me believe that the beta won't come to the PC. I think there's going to be something happens there where it doesn't come at all, or if it does, it'll be very limited in what we can do with it. So, I don't know. I'm just going to wait, sit on the fence and see what happens. But the game itself looks brilliant in the reveal. As you can see in the background of this video, you'll see that I've been playing the gameplay reveal trailer, the Homecoming trailer, and it just looks brilliant. It's just Destiny through and through, and it's just a continuation of what we've had before from them. But obviously it's all polished up, they've learned from previous mistakes, they've listened to the community, they've added all of that into the game. So yeah, but I'm very much on the fence right now, and we'll see where it goes. But anyway folks, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I've enjoyed making it. The script took me like 2 hours to write, which is a bit weird when it only takes you literally 12 minutes to talk it all through. But there you go. I don't know if I'll do any more videos scripted. I've got a couple ready, but we'll see. If you got a comment about it being scripted, let me know down below. I know that it was a bit wooden, so I'll try and get around that next time if I can. But yeah, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.
The shield generator should be straight ahead.